So every cigar line out there has a little bit of a history and a story to tell about how they got started. So let's talk about Recluse a little bit. Recluse was started by a gentleman by the name of Scott Weeks and J.R. Dominguez, who's the son of Jose Dominguez, a very prominent cigar maker in the Dominican Republic. When Scott Weeks decided to start his business, at the time he was a very, very well-known cigar rep throughout the Southeast. Between him and his father, they represented every major cigar brand you can think of. So naturally, when Scott started the process of manufacturing his own cigar, he was quite literally bombarded with ideas about what to do, what not to do, from a number of different sources. So actually, that's where the name Recluse starts from, because he decided at that point to just simply, lock himself in a room and really soul search and decide what was he going to do to start his brand, his line, how was he going to do it, and he decided spending a lot of time alone was the best thing he could do, and hence that's where the name Recluse comes from. So it has absolutely nothing to do with the spider. It has to do with becoming a recluse himself to start the thought process of getting his brand started. So let's talk about the OTG cigar, which was the debut blend for Recluse cigars. OTG, by the way, stands for off the grid, so it kind of dovetails into the whole Recluse story. The OTG has a really nice, beautifully dark and rich Brazilian Cubra wrapper. That's a very rare wrapper. There's only 2 cigars in the world that have it. It makes for a very rich, flavorful cigar. This also has a Cameroon binder and then various Dominican fillers. Excellent, excellent cigars. I would consider this a medium to a medium plus cigar in terms of strength. The second blend that Recluse came out with in 2013 is called the Draconian. And like the OTG is also a Maduro, but as you can see, it's a much lighter shade. This is an Ecuadorian Maduro. The binder on it is proprietary to them. They don't publish it. But the filler leaves include a Braziago, which is a hybrid. It's also got some Dominican Ligero top prime, in addition to iconic leaf Ligero, which is also proprietary to them. It combines for a very flavorful, unique cigar smoking experience. They have a lot of fans with this. So I consider this cigar to be a medium plus, maybe close to full, but not quite full-bodied, because remember, it does have 2 Ligero leaves in it. It's got a lot of flavor, very well balanced, excellent cigar. So the third blend in the Recluse family came out in 2014, and this is their Amadeus Connecticut. It has a Ecuadorian grade A Connecticut wrapper, shade grown. And what's important about that is grade A is the absolute best. When farmers grade their leaf, their wrapper leaf, they grade it A through F. So A is considered to be perfect and without flaw. In this, they have 4 filler leaves. You have Dominican Seco, Dominican Viso, and Dominican Ligero top prime. And then there's also some Pennsylvania broadleaf in there. The binder is proprietary. They do not publish that. All of that combined leaves you with a really, really nice, flavorful cigar, well balanced. It's a little bit lighter because it is a Connecticut, but it wouldn't be considered mild. I would consider this more of a medium cigar because it does have a Ligero leaf in there. What also makes this Connecticut interesting is Recluse is one of the only companies in the world that actually does box press their Connecticut cigar. Most cigar companies do not box press their Connecticut's, and the reason for that is a Connecticut wrapper is very, very thin and very delicate, and so when you box press a cigar, what happens is the cigar will tend to want to come out of that mold over time, and because those Connecticut leaves are so delicate, they'll tend to tear. But Recluse has perfected the art of box pressing. They use 4 different molds when they utilize that box pressing process, and because of that, they don't tear. So it's one of the very, very few box press Connecticut's you'll find out there. So finally, the 4th blend in the Recluse family came out at last year's IPCPR show. They took off on the Amadeus name because the Amadeus Connecticut did so well. They decided to go with an Amadeus Habano. and that cigar has the similar content in terms of filler leaf as the Amadeus Connecticut. However, this cigar has a Mexican San Andreas binder, which is unusual. Not too many companies are using San Andreas in their binder. And then they used a grade A Habano wrapper. And that really created a very unique, flavorful cigar. In fact, so good that it won #1 Cigar of the Year by Cigar Authority this year. So congratulations to Scott Weeks and J.R. Dominguez. I think they really knocked it out of the park with this cigar. If you'd like to know more about the Recluse family of cigars, visit their webpage at www.iconicleafcigar.com. They have a wonderful retail locator on their webpage so you can find out exactly where they sell their cigars. They do not sell to the big online catalogs, so you would have to go into a local brick and mortar shop. And with that, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the road.